What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Polar back at it again. Yo, guys, they just aired Dragon Ball Super episode 101 titled The Warriors of Justice. Close in the Pride Troopers. But before we start this off, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, smash that like button because we do this weekly. We do reviews of all the latest Dragon Ball Super episodes. And I'm going to give you the synopsis of what's to come and as well as what's in this episode. But first off, guys, I'm giving a shout out to the first 10 people that joined the stream as soon as I went live. Make sure you guys have notifications on for a shout out. So, the first 10 people were Bro, the Pro Ninja Gamer, Ben Rod 345, Legendary Super Saiyan Orange Lightning, Nicholas Flores, Metal Cooler, Maple, Lavon Phillips, Jonathan Marco, yo, my boy Keyshawn, the new Omni King is in there as well as Sturms, Nicholas Flores, and Bashy Gamer. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the notification squad. Guys, the episode just aired and it was absolutely amazing. We're about to start off this fight in the game too. Absolutely amazing. I thought it was really good. So basically, here's what happened. If you guys didn't see it yet, make sure you guys have been warned. So basically, after that rampage that just went down in the last episode, right? Caulifla is trying to tell Kale about what happened, but Kale doesn't have any memory of what went down. She went berserk all of last episode, got knocked out by Jiren, and after she reverted, she doesn't remember. It was like she was drunk on power. She was literally berserk to the point where she didn't know what was going on. So it was really, really interesting to see this, and very interesting to see what happens later on in this episode. After that, we thought Jiren was going to fight Goku right there because you saw they had the stare down. However, Toppo intervenes. He starts blasting Goku nonstop, and then all of a sudden he breaks up the fight. It was just a tease. It wasn't going to happen once again. They put Goku and Jiren right in front of each other. They're not going to fight. What happens is Toppo tells Jiren he's going to send 5 people to take out Goku. Now, literally a squad of 5 from their universe all are going to go after Goku. And what happens is they basically reminded me of the Power Rangers. These 5 guys look like a combination of DBZ characters, the Ginyu Force, as well as the Power Rangers, in my opinion. It felt like it was kind of Power Ranger-esque. And he sent 5 of them to go deal with Goku. They're called, they have the Kahseral clothing, and they're from Jiren's universe. Basically, Kahseral is the guy with the hat, the general guy. They all have the matching clothing, so that's how you know they're all on the same team. Obviously, they have Jiren's clothing as well. It's the same exact stuff. Goku's trying to get Caulifla to safety, but she wanted to fight the Pride Troopers since they looked interesting, and they also made Kale cry. But after that, basically, we get cut off to back to what Roshi was. Roshi got separated from the team during Kale's Berserk Mode Rampage in the last episode. So basically, he ended up using the Evil Destruction Wave to paralyze the guy. I believe that's what it was called in English. It's called something else in Japanese, but basically, Master Roshi and Tien did a wombo combo. Master Roshi paralyzes the guy, lifts him in the air. Tien then tri-blasts him off of the map. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of tag team moments in this episode that I really liked. I think this episode was really, really good. I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But I'll tell you why later on. So after Roshi reunites with the group after that, basically Vegeta and Frieza had a moment where they're trying to beat up some guy from Universe 10, and he was like, "That guy's mine! No, he's mine! Take him for yourself!" And they got rid of him. They also noted that the fighters are getting tired now. That's something else that was going on here. But after all of that happened, 5 of these troopers went after Goku, and one of them with the beard has the ability to weigh himself down. So basically, after seeing a combination attack from Master Roshi and Tien, they did a really, really cool combo for it. Basically, right after that, they did the same exact thing to Goku. They basically, the guy with the beard went up to Goku, grabbed him from behind, and he has the power to weigh himself down. So he weighs himself down, and then Goku can't move. Then the short one decides to use his tornado attack and try to ring Goku out. But it didn't work. It did not work. One of the other Pride Troopers that were supposed to attack Goku decided to get Kale, and she has the ability to create dimensional barriers, and she trapped Kale in it because they know that she's a threat. She has this power within her, and it was really, really interesting to see that they took her out of the fight completely. But instead of that, Android 17 and 18 actually jumped into the fight as well, and they attacked Kahseral, and they sent him flying. The guy didn't know that, the guy with the hat, the general guy, he did not know that Android 17 just came out of nowhere because he can't sense them. They're still androids. They have no key flying out of them. They have limitless energy. Remember that from the old show? So he couldn't sense them. They ended up kicking him and sending him flying while they were on this little rampage. Basically, he tried to use his blades against Android 17. Android 17 was like, oh, what a stupid technique. As he used his barrier, it was really, really interesting to see that. But basically what happened after that is that they knocked out Toppa, the guy that was able to use, the guy with the beard that was able to weigh himself down. They knocked him out, and then Shorty ends up running away. That's why we're referring to the guy that used the tornado attack. He ran away, and once they realized that Toppa, the guy that weighed Goku down, was ringed out, they all radioed in and said, yo, one of the 5 that were supposed to attack Goku got ringed out. So basically they regrouped, and then they decided to single out Kale and Caulifla. Once they did this, they created a barrier. The 4 of them created a barrier around Kale and Caulifla, and after that they basically had Kale in a mini barrier within this barrier and decided to ring out Caulifla. So all of them attack Caulifla, and after they decide to attack Caulifla, while Kale is literally watching this happen, Caulifla still decides to fight to the very end, and she basically inspired Kale to transform into this form where it was a balanced Super Saiyan. She had control, and it was really, really cool to see this. Wait, is the thumbnail not changed? Oh god, somebody just reminded me. Why is the thumbnail not changed? But yeah, it was really, really cool to see this, and Kale actually got control over her ability. Oh wow, the thumbnail. I'm trying to change the thumbnail right now. But yeah, Kale got control over her Super Saiyan ability. And what happened was she went into this form where she had Super Saiyan, but she knew what she was doing. And she came out of the barrier. She broke this barrier that she was trapped within, and basically destroyed after she went Super Saiyan, she broke the barrier, and then she decided to team up with Caulifla. They did this combination attack where they had a Ki Blast struggle against 4 of the Pride Troopers. Kale and Caulifla basically did like their own version of the Kamehameha Wave, or their own Ki Blast. They attacked them, and it was a maximum effort from both sides. However, it was not enough from Kale and Caulifla, so Caulifla tells Kale, yo, you have more power within you. She activates the legendary Super Saiyan form and rings 3 of the Pride Troopers out. 3 of the 4 that was left. The last one was the Barry one named Coquette, and she stayed out. She stayed in, but she ringed 3 out of the 4 with her legendary Super Saiyan power, showing how powerful she really was. And they left Coquette inside the bubble. Android 18 comes in, grabs her in the bubble, throws her off the cliff. So literally, they ringed out nearly every Pride Trooper that was sent after Goku, and Kale in this episode learned to control legendary Super Saiyan. So it was actually a really damn good episode, guys. Out of 10, what would you guys rate it? While I'm updating this thumbnail, because apparently it glitched once again. Out of 10, what would you guys rate it? I give this one a solid 8. I give this one a definite 8. I thought this was a great episode. I'm not sure what you guys think about it. I'm going to be reading the comments now, but it was really, really good. Let me see where this is. Let's see. Is that better? God damn it. 8 out of 10, 8.5. Let me turn on the YouTube chat so you guys can see the reaction from the fans. Let's see, YouTube chat. We're doing this live, so turning on the YouTube chat. Give me a second, guys. All right, let's see your live reactions now. Very good episode. 10 out of 10. Oh, we got a 10 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. I think it was great. I think it was an 8. Very good episode. I'd say 8 out of 10. The reason why, I like the fact that Kale regained control. Yeah, they did their own version of the final Kamehameha. Yo, I busted a note when I saw that. Yo, their own version of the final Kamehameha. It was literally like a flashback of that. However, for some reason, that Berserker form of legendary Super Saiyan, whatever you guys want to call it, legendary Berserker Super Saiyan, yo, it looks epic. It's super strong. It took out most of these Pride Troopers, guys. That's how powerful this is. Kale is so much stronger than the Power Rangers, and also Super Saiyan Blue. It's insane how powerful Kale is. The fandom for Kale, there's no longer Broly Tards. It's now Kale Tards, because we love it. Caulifla didn't do that much by herself. She really didn't. She really didn't. This was all Kale backpacking the team. And they basically teamed up with Universe 7 to take out Universe 10 over here. So 6 and 7 teamed up against Universe 10. That's how it basically went. The tag teams were really interesting to see. The Pride Troopers uniting to take them out, as well as 17, 18 tag teaming, Master Roshi and Tien tag teaming, Kale and Caulifla tag teaming. It was absolutely amazing. I like this. I like this multiple people per fight thing. I don't like the 1v1s too much, but we're going to get that at the end. It's going to be Goku versus Jiren at some point, right? We're going to get a major 1v1 later on, but I like all these tag teams and all these combination of attacks and the ability to bring all this stuff out. I'm also happy that they didn't end Kale's little rampage right there. They gave her control of it in this episode following the hype of the last one, making it a lot more satisfying to see everything unfold, and I was happy with this. I was really, really happy with this. Thumbnail still looks the same. It should be updating soon. But I could say I was satisfied with this episode. It was really, really good. Why did you guys like this episode? Besides the final Kamehameha. Let's see. Reading the comments here. 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I think on average it's an 8 to 9 out of 10 episode. Anybody else got anything else to say? Let's see. Another thing, the preview shows that the team is going to get their ass beat. Like there's a beatdown that's going to come down in the next episode. I'm going to be doing a discussion about that right after this one, but hopefully the Let's Play curse don't hit me with that. For the androids. The androids are a good part of this episode. Yeah, they gave the androids a very good highlight. I like them. They, Android 18's moment. Her moment was very, very interesting to see. She literally picked up a person that was in a barrier that could block Kale's attack and just threw her off. Literally, this barrier can block Super Saiyan Blue level of power because fuck power levels, and she just picked it up and threw it off the ledge. Android 17 gonna get wrecked in the next episode. My boy Android 17 being cocky as fuck in this one, telling them what a shitty attack. Android 17 had a very, very good moment in this one. He was like, yo, I'm in control of this fight. However, it wasn't enough, and I don't think it will be enough. Kale is still on the field. She's just unconscious at the end of it all. And Caulifla turns and tells Goku, yo, you owe us one for this. Alright, guys. I think that should be it. I'm looking at your reactions. Let's see what else we got. Kale looked pretty awesome, not gonna lie. You see Jiren, he wasn't talking to him like he was... Like, what's up with him, right? Let's see. What else is there? Nothing else, guys? Nothing else? That's it? When we see the next Chubbs episode? I'm not entirely sure about that. Kale is lit. Kale is lit. That's all that we've decided to think. The next episode, it's going down. The next episode looked like it was a beatdown. Kale is the MVP. I'd say Kale was the MVP of this episode, and it was the way I wanted to see it. She literally controlled her Super Saiyan form in the form of, like... Let me pull up the picture of Broly. Look at Broly in Super Saiyan form. Broly in SS in his regular form. She literally did this. She literally did this. Look on screen. Look right now. Check this shit out. She pulled this out of her ass, and she was in this controlled form before she went into the outrage of power, and I absolutely loved seeing this. They literally copied Broly frame for frame into Kale. It was awesome. I absolutely loved it. Kale was literally the rendition of Broly for every scene of the way, and I was having fun with this. It's good to be a Broly fan because Kale took it, and she took it to the next level. The barrier chick's name is Cocoette. I think we got the names of the guys there. The tall blue guy was Tupper. Zore was the short guy. Kettle was the green guy. Herms98 on Twitter is giving a lot of information out right now. Wow, he's tweeting this stuff. Calling it most of Universe 7 will get knocked out in the tournament next ep. Ooh, Armored King's making the prediction that Universe 7 will get knocked out in the tournament next ep. In that preview, yo, Universe 7 was getting their ass beat. Kale is more lit than Kale. Kale is a legend. It was really, really cool to see this. Kale, I think, might surpass Broly in the fandom. Who knows? Because she's a girl, too. And a lot of people have a crush on Kale. She's bae. You guys are just waiting for the new episode. This new episode is lit. It's going to be subbed within 20 minutes of this one. So I think I'm going to end this off in a bit. Final words, anybody? I'd give this episode 8 out of 10. Final verdict. Very, very good episode. Kale got the screen that she deserved. The screen time. And the intro of Dragon Ball with the fight with that girl. How was it in the intro? That fight with Vegeta, it's really, really interesting to see. And wow, Toppo beats Goku in the game. Wow, very, very interesting. Am I going to stream Dokkan? Maybe later. Vegeta is going to fight with that creature that she's fighting in the intro in the next episode. So I'm looking forward to see that. But we don't know exactly how it's going. 9 out of 10. 8 to 9 out of 10. 7.9. Kale must win. Kale's still in the ring. She's only asleep, so... She might have another moment later on, but she used up so much power within these past 2 episodes, I think it's only reasonable for her to fall asleep. Saiyan Gamer is making the prediction that Gohan and Jiren will fight in the end. Hit, Goku, and Jiren are going to be the last 3. Prediction by Raphael. I think that's a good prediction. If Universe is knocked, 7 is knocked out, that's the end of Dragon Ball Super. That's why we have armor. They have plot armor for the entire thing. Universe 7 will not lose. They will not lose. They'll find a way. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe for more. Be seeing you guys next time. I'll be uploading my preview discussion after this, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Until then, take care. Peace. Young Mula.